Morning friends, hope that all of you are doing good. Today let's see about very important and very critical security measures that each and every one of us should practice to prevent our smart mobiles, which are again very vulnerable for variety of cyber attacks. Okay, because these days I think every one of us are having a smart mobile, and most of our online activities we are accomplishing with the help of smart mobile, because we do have so much of apps which are available from various app stores, and we do have different type of websites where we go and do so many things like online banking, online browsing, gaming, purchase, etc., etc. So since smart mobiles are very heavily connected to internet and used by us, they are very vulnerable for cyber attacks. So let's see some of the critical security tips that need to be practiced by all of us, as we all use our smart mobile to work on internet. So as and when our mobile is not in use, we need to make sure that the screen is locked with the help of a pattern as well as password need to be kept as a very complex. If you keep something like 12345 or 54321 or Vimal 12345 or Vimal 54321, these are called dictionary passwords, which can be easily cracked by the hackers in no time. We have to make sure that we keep some very complex password. Maybe you can say like you can do something like this. You can take the first letter of all words in a long sentence. For example, I completed my graduation from Harvard University in the year of 2021. Take the first letter of all the words in this long sentence and add some special characters and make a password out of it. And this particular phrase will be close to your heart. Until otherwise you go and reveal this phrase based on which you make a password, no one will be able to understand what is your password. So please make it as very complex. Okay, then we have an option of downloading various mobile apps from different stores. We have iPhone, there are different app store. For Android mobile there are different app store. For Huawei mobiles there are different app stores. So we need to make sure that we will download mobile apps from only reliable sources. As well, in periodic basis we need to assess, because every mobile will try to access some amount of data kept in your mobile. Whenever you install app, it will always say we need to provide access to photograph, contact details, phone, camera, everything. You need to make sure that whether this is really necessary for us to provide whatever access that is being asked by those apps when we try to install them. Okay, so because or else your personal data will be easily compromised. Also, in periodic basis, all these mobile companies, they have a practice of announcing security updates and OS updates. There will be always alert, there is an update available, you want to install now, or you want to schedule it. Many of us will ignore it. We need to understand that the security updates and OS updates are provided only for the purpose of protecting the mobile from cyber attacks. We don't understand that, and we always keep ignoring, because it takes certain amount of time, 15-20 minutes time to install everything. We don't have patience to wait for those 15-20 minutes, so we always just click ignore and we don't update. Please, as and when you get an update, please update it. And we have many of us are having the habit of, whenever we go to public places, we try to use the public charging station to charge our mobile. We need to understand that there are certain cyber attacks. You can go and Google it. It's called juice jack, JUIC, juice jack or power jack. These are the attacks happening on mobile phones when they are used in a public recharging station. So make sure that until otherwise really critical, don't use public recharge station for charging your mobile. Then we already saw in the previous session about how critical it is when you go and use public Wi-Fi. We all try to connect our mobile to public Wi-Fi whenever we go to a coffee shop, mall, or the movie hall, anywhere. Until otherwise is critical, we should make sure that we will not try to do online banking or very critical transactions using public network with the help of our mobile. Even if we do it, we need to make sure that we will use secure browser, which will have a lock symbol in the right top corner. As and when we will complete the transaction, make sure you log out. Don't just close the browser, you will properly log out, and make sure that you don't save your user credentials in the browser itself. It will always ask, do you want to remember your password by saving it? Please say never. Or else your browser will always have a your credentials stored. If anyone is catching hold of your mobile, they can easily log in. So we need to make sure that while using the public Wi-Fi network, we need to be very cautious. Okay. Then even when you see, on top of it, when really it is not necessary, please switch off your Bluetooth and your Wi-Fi connection, because these Bluetooth connection, Wi-Fi connections are vulnerable. They will make your device vulnerable, and they have the Jio tagging, even the location option also you need to switch it off, or else when your mobile is on with the location on, people can easily understand which location you are presently available. So to make sure that your identity is not revealed through your mobile phone, when there is no need, please switch off your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and the location option, so that your identity will remain anonymous. Then we all have the privilege of installing antivirus software in all our mobile, and it's not only meant for our desktop and laptop. Even we can utilize the antivirus software, and we can install them in our mobile also. So please make sure that you take the right set of antivirus software, and you can install and make sure that it's being very active. The next critical thing is, there is a remote tracking option available for all the mobile phones. If you lose your mobile phone, see, first of all, when you purchase a mobile, the immediate set of activities, one of the immediate activities you need to do is, you need to switch on the remote tracking option. Find my phone or find my device, like that. There are options available in iPhone and Androids. When you are enabling them as on, if you are losing your mobile, it will always help you to track the location of mobile, the last location of mobile, so that you can easily identify your device. Even when your mobile is lost, when you are enabling the remote tracking, there is some option called remote wiping. You already lost your mobile phone, and you are really skeptical that you have very critical data stored in your mobile, and you don't want any of the hackers to catch hold of it. You can easily remotely wipe it. But to do a remote wiping, you should have enabled the remote tracking option. So if your mobile is having the remote tracking option on, and you can set up the remote wiping option also enabled, so that when your mobile is not identifiable, remotely you can wipe out all the data that is captured and stored in the mobile. And also make sure that many of us have the habit of storing the critical user IDs, passwords, everything in either a notepad or a Samsung Notes, or somewhere in our mobile itself. So please don't do that, because any moment your mobile is coming in the hand of adversaries, they can easily tap all those critical user credentials, and they can easily put you down. Finally, one critical tip is, there is something called jailbreaking. There is a term called jailbreaking your device. That means your device is locked. Using this jailbreak option, we can override or overpower the factory settings of the mobile. What do you mean factory setting? The mobile is manufactured and sent for sales from a factory. There will be some default settings established by the mobile manufacturer. Those settings you can override, and some of the software will be restricted from installation in the mobile device. But by doing a jailbreaking, they call it as jailbreaking or rooting. By doing this, we can overpower the factory settings, and we can install the devices, and at OS level of the device we will have control by rooting or the jailbreaking process. But problem is, when we do this jailbreaking stuff into our mobile phones, many of the critical security safeguards that is provided by the mobile manufacturer will be wiped out. So be mindful. It will be an adventure mode to do a jailbreaking of mobile, but that will again make your mobile very vulnerable from your hacker point of view. So by practicing the tips that I have shared so far, to a level it will at least help us to prevent from the attacks targeted on our mobile devices by the hackers. Okay, so let's see the further learnings in next session. Take care, stay blessed.